Hello everyone, today is Wednesday, October 1st, 2025. Been a month since I did my last little video, and this one, a little annoyance got me going. I bought some screws about 2 weeks ago at the hardware store to fix my kitchen cabinets. This is one of them. I don't know if I can make it in focus or not here. Anyway, this little screw costs 30 cents. And I bought another one. This is actually the original screws that were in the cabinet. I don't know, they call them Euro screws or something like that. Anyway, this one was 75 cents for that little thing. In order to use that one, I would have had to buy a 5mm drill bit in order to drill the holes to put it in, so I used the other ones. But both these screws seem rather expensive to me, and way more, that cost me way more money than I expected when I walked into the hardware store. And I think I have an explanation. And subsequent to my purchase, I saw an article describing how our largest source of screws and fasteners is actually Taiwan. And according to the Washington Post, Taiwan has been the #1 source of screws and metal fasteners and nuts and bolts for more than 3 decades. So let me see if I can switch. Anyway, here's the article. A lot of pictures in here and things. I just scroll down to one point of it here. Is for the United States, Taiwan has been the #1 source of screws, and I just read that. China, the important part, China is gaining ground and is now the second largest source of screws for the United States. Tariffs apparently are driving up the prices in Taiwan, at least the prices we pay, and it's punishing the Taiwanese manufacturers. I'm not sure the Chinese are subject to the same pressures, but in Taiwan there are like 1,500 factories that are making screws and fasteners. I don't see the U.S. replacing these factories anytime soon. So between the screw costs going up and probably shortages from Taiwan as those factories either decline or even go out of business, it looks like we're screwed for the next few years. Another little annoyance on the price front. I received a notice from my power company at the beginning of the summer that costs would go up, and they did. It seems to me common around the country. And let me get back up to the top of this article here. Anyway, it's the AI explosion. That probably people don't quite realize that, but it's all the AI data centers and popping up across the country. And energy experts fear that these growing needs actually for power for the AI data centers is going to outstrip supply. And prices are going to go up for everyone. So it's something to look out for. Power plants and transmission lines are not easy, and they certainly don't go up very quickly. And it says that it's possible to trace the price hikes to cities and cities that surveyed to the boom in data centers. So AI is certainly not a bad thing, and certainly AI investment has boosted the economy. Another little article here: Google, Meta, Microsoft, and Amazon, big tech giants, are on track to spend nearly $400 billion this year on data centers and transmission and software, and all this spending is making its way through the energy markets and construction projects far from Silicon Valley. So I think we can be thankful that this money has come up, but I'm not sure how long that's going to last. And if I get down to the bottom here through all these advertisements and things like that, let's see. Well, I can't find it. But anyway, you get the idea. In the first 6 months of the year, the spending by these companies of $400 billion on AI outpaced consumer spending, and consumers in the past have been the primary engine of economic expansion. So I don't know how long. I think the numbers are such that consumer spending accounted for like 0.6% of GDP, and the AI boom was 2 or 3 times that amount at least. And so you got to question how long this can really last. I think the AI companies going to expect to start making some money off these huge investments, and there's even some talk of an AI bubble. So I say stay tuned, and we'll see how this goes. That's about all I have for now. It's probably more than enough. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see what I have to say on the next go-round. But this is, I would say just in closing that these are a couple items, the hardware fastener things that you don't pay much attention to, electricity costs, which you pay a lot of attention to. Both these price increases really sort of fit in the framework of death by 1,000 cuts. A lot of little things are going on that are going to add up to a huge impact. So once again, thanks, and that's it for now. Bye.